Richard?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Alrighty, man.
Excellent. How's Canada?
Well, actually, today's warm.
Oh, good. It's warm here, too.
Well, it's always warm there.
Well, that's not true. Right now, it hasn't decided if it wants to be spring or fall.
Well, does it ever get down to -20?
Okay, no, you got me there.
Yeah, I got you there. Well, you have, like, palm trees and whatnot, so.
I've gotten down to 30, okay, and I was quite miserable.
When you're Canadian and being up here, yeah, it kind of tends to do that to people around here, so.
I grew up in Buffalo, so, like, I'm not far from where you're from.
Oh, I know. I'm in good old, the Big Smoke, Toronto.
I love that city.
Yeah, it's a good town. How long you been in LA, I guess?
About 6 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
It's been awesome.
I can imagine. You still there?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I was just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get on with this.
With you know.
Our sites basically are metalheads. So here's a question for you. Why would a metalhead want to watch your show online on No Good TV?
Because it fucking rocks.
All right, anything else?
Because we have the world's largest library of uncensored dirty music videos.
Yeah.
I think metalheads would definitely appreciate that.
Really?
Because we have a show called Down and Dirty and a show called what the hell is that trailer one was? Tour Bus Diaries. So thank you. I was totally blanking. Where we hang out with people in bands and fuck off and get really dirty with them, and I think that is very much what that audience enjoys.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean by get dirty, but I'll leave it to your choice and our audience.
You have to go to ngtv.com to find out.
Yes. Now, I saw the Anthony Robbins, and you made him bark like a dog. How'd you make him do that?
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Hopkins. He actually, we did a whole zoo of animal noises that particular day.
Really?
I don't actually remember why he started doing it, but he started doing the dog, and I started doing cats, and we went on to roosters and lots of other animals that probably shouldn't be in bedrooms, but you know.
Like, how does he compare to Robin Williams? 'Cause, I mean, obviously I've seen him, and he goes pretty nutty there too, but is Anthony Robbins a little...
Anthony Hopkins is a little bit, he's Welsh, you know, so there is definitely a conservative kind of a feel to him, but he is a cool guy. And Robin Williams, as everybody knows, has got more energy than anyone on the planet.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's a totally different vibe, but both very cool guys.
Now, okay, all the celebrities that I've seen that you've done, like Matt Damon, Robin Williams, Cameron Diaz, or Chris Rock, out of those like bunch of people, who would you say are the nuttiest? Like, really, Robin Williams?
Yeah, Robin Williams is probably my number one for being just like I said, he's got more energy than anybody I've ever come face to face with.
Really?
And when you walk into a room with him, you have no idea what's going to happen. And so you just have to sort of close your eyes and jump in with both feet and hope for the best. And he always delivers.
Awesome. Now, moving on to the next one. Let's see, Bill O'Reilly. How did that come about?
I have no idea. Yeah, I was surprised. One day somebody called us and said, "Dude, you guys are on Bill O'Reilly."
Really?
And we all went and watched it, and we were like, seriously? Of all people in the world, Bill O'Reilly? But that was pretty kick-ass, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would think that might help you indirectly get lots of traffic. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't happen, so.
They had their, I think her name was Mary Catherine. She was the internet, guru or something, and she was on there talking about, they actually put a very nice piece together on us as well. It was like a 2 or 3 minute piece, and they featured all of my favorite moments from the site, and talked about, how dirty we get and how all the biggest names in Hollywood are just hanging out and saying bad words and talking about cool shit, and it couldn't have been a better commercial.
Awesome. Oh, I know. I've had the same thing. Okay, I'm not sure if you're single, but let's say if you are or not, how would you think a bunch of guys wing nuts would be able to get in your pants? I don't know if that's a over-the-top question for it, but I would hope not.
There's no such thing.
Okay. What would they have to do? Like, what would they need to do to, obviously get with you?
Well, the easiest way would be roofies, but I don't suggest doing that. It's,
Okay.
You never know when people are going to be allergic to roofies, and you don't find out till it's too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The chemical reaction could be very, very bad, and I look terrible in hives. And then you end up in jail, so you don't want that to happen. So I guess the other easiest way is, being a decent, kind, funny human being is usually good with chicks. Me, I definitely dig that. We like heavy metal, and I love good movies, and I love food, and I love horror films. So any of those things, you bring those in, I'm in.
Okay, but let's say, typically with any woman that they would give maybe any guy maybe 10 to 30 seconds, and apparently they say, oh, well, hey, man, you got basically that amount of time, 10 to 30 seconds, and that girl will know if you're going to get nookie or not. I mean, what sort of things are you looking for within those 10 to 30 seconds? To
make a first impression, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I guess physically and even emotionally and how they talk, how basically they connect with you. What would they need?
Man, that's a question of pheromones. You either got it or you don't, I guess. People just sniff each other's asses, know. That's really how it works at the end of the day.
Is there any cologne that they could wear that might do it?
No. You know what? When you're in high school, I think cologne really matters, but as you get older, smells are good smells, but I'd rather smell you. And if you smell good to me, then I don't need Polo telling me that I like you.
B.O. is not the way to go then? Like B.O.
Well, B.O. is never good, but some people smell good when they're sweaty.
Okay. What about the Lever 2000 smell coming out of the shower? Does that do anything for you?
Always.
Always.
However, what was that cologne from Anchorman? Sex Panther.
Sex Panther? What's that all about?
Out there has Sex Panther, and if you've seen Anchorman, you know who you are.
Okay.
I'm totally for a man who wears Sex Panther.
Okay.
Some bits of Panther in it.
Well, I was listening to this one band called Nitrous today on, I don't know if you know Kanak, and this one band called Nitrous. It's like screaming hair metal stuff, and it's like over the top, and it just reminded me of that kind of, Jakar and those kind of bad hair metal days, So.
For me, when I went to school, Jakar was only worn by the jocks. So we have two totally different.
Well, Buffalo never really had a heavy Italian community, did they? I mean, that's that.
Kidding me? Yes, Buffalo.
Really?
We have a huge Italian.
Really? Is that who mostly wore Jakar? The heavy Italian.
Well, in my high school, it was the jocks, so it didn't matter what national you were. It was you sort of wore the cologne that and like the other high school, our rival high school, all the boys wore polo.
Oh, okay.
And then there was another high school where it seemed like all the jock boys wore Obsession.
Awesome.
And so, it just depends on where you are and what was cool.
Well, I remember in the days, like, if I, being the dumb kid I was, I'd be wearing